Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be like a sit down story time video. Maybe I'll have like some graphics thrown in explaining the story. So my child at the moment is 2.5 and she was born in one of the bestest, so-called bestest hospitals in Pakistan. And there's a very expensive hospital, but yeah, so-called best hospital in Pakistan. And I'm not going to name the doctor or the hospital because I don't want any lawsuits, obviously. But yeah, so this is like that story time. So basically my gynecologist at that time, she was actually pretty sweet. She, for my whole pregnancy, she was quite attentive. She listened to me, I talked to her, and the C-section went totally fine. Everything was fine. So 2 weeks, if you don't know this, 2 weeks after a C-section is done, or I think it's 2 or 3 weeks, I'm not sure, I don't recall exactly, but you go back to the hospital to take out the stitches that they have done. So there are internal stitches and external ones. The external ones you have to take out. I don't know how it's done in other countries, but in Pakistan you kind of take it out. So yeah, anyways, I went there and I laid down on the hospital bed. And my doctor, she's like looking at me and going, okay, time for me to take it out. And she goes like, whoop, and one swoop, she took out the incision, the stitches. I look down and there is a gaping hole. Like half the C-section stitches haven't healed. So like half the skin is healed and the other half is just like a gaping hole in my body. And I go like, do I have to do something? Yeah, so I go like, do I have to like do something about this? What do I do about this hole? And my doctor, I was thinking, maybe she'd go like, here are some temporary bandages and blah blah blah. And she just goes like, no, it'll heal on its own. So me being an idiot and also trusting the doctor at that point, I went like, okay, so this half the size of my C-section is going to heal on its own. And she goes like, yeah, totally, it'll heal on its own. So I very happily went off home. A day goes by, another day goes by, a week, another week. The 2 weeks, they just go by and I have this random gaping hole in my body with sweat and water and I'm taking a shower and everything's going in this hole. And at some point I go like, this is starting to hurt and it's not healing. So I asked my sister-in-law to take a look and I asked her, hey, can you just see, is this normal? And she goes like, no, that is so not normal. Go to the hospital, go to the ER and get a check. So this is 2 weeks after I had taken out my stitches. So I go to the hospital and I go to the ER because obviously a doctor is not available at that time. You can't just immediately go and go like, hey, I want a doctor, I want an appointment. So they check you in the ER. And the nurse starts going off on me. She goes like, what is wrong with you? Why didn't you get bandages and everything? And I'm just staring at her like, dude, your hospital, your doctor, you guys are responsible, not me. You guys should have said, hey, you need a band-aid or like a temporary band-aid or something, and then sent me off. You guys just sent me off. The doctor herself pulled out these stitches and left me with this gaping hole. It's not like she didn't see anything. So then the nurse kind of just becomes, I think she became really quiet at that point and she just closed me off and put some like temporary band-aids and everything. So yeah, that is the story of my horror story of a C-section. I'm not deterring anybody for a C-section, but it was pretty scary. Thanks for watching. Bye.